Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good. So yesterday I had a wonderful stream. It feels good to be back after literally going through it the past 2 weeks. So one of the questions I was asked yesterday on my stream was about the whole salon situation with the 18-year-old dragging the 15-year-old. So when I initially saw the video, and she was also explaining on like her personal page, it was put out there as a theft of services. You know what I'm saying? And even if you go to the original news commentary on Instagram, the majority of the comments are siding with the stylist. Why? Because theft of services has been on the rise all over social media. People are constantly posting about it on TikTok. These stylists, nail techs, home service companies, lawn care companies, they have been going through it.
So I just got done with her nails, and she handed me a $10 bill, y'all. Look at her nails. Look at her nails, y'all. Look at her nails. Y'all can't even see, but her nails was worth $60. Why would you come, ma'am? And she walking out on my set. Like, if you broke, just say that. If you didn't have enough money, just say that, ma'am. It's okay, because I'm finna get your license plate. Like, you was really just broke. Like, why would you bring $10 to a nail appointment?
Even the dog is going on.
It's okay, because they got your Facebook name, all of that, so you can go ahead and leave. You lucky I don't call the police on you, ma'am. Get out the car. I'm not finna stop.
Y'all gotta know what happened. I was doing a top, only had about 2 more braids. I happened to just look down and read a text. The text said that she about to say she don't like her hair because she don't have the money to pay for her hair and her trip. So I went ahead and charged her card because I don't have time to play today. Now y'all see how she's swinging and loving her hair. I was just waiting for her to start her BS. As I was taking a video, girl looked in the mirror and said this crap.
This not really what I wanted. Like,
What did you want?
I wanted medium, and these are really big. Like, I don't think I'm. Like,
That is medium.
no, you need.
It's even smaller than medium, really?
No,
I just medium.
And then some of. I have somewhere to go today. Like, I can't go with my hair like this. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
It's cute.
There's literally nothing wrong with this girl's hair. Her hair looks perfect, immaculate, but she's trying to get a free service.
Cute. That's what you're supposed to do with it. What do you mean? I'm laughing because I know she on some BS.
Try rip them, yeah, so she can't relay them.
She didn't pay, so there goes her grass. This is our grass now, so I guess we can give it to her for free, but upside down.
So as you see, theft of services is real. It's on the rise, and people are not playing. So when this video went viral about a week ago, a lot of people were saying that, this is messed up. It's happened to them too. They understood where the stylist was coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what was posted on the Instagram page here. So this is the news story. Fox News DC was the one who posted it 4 days ago. And you can see the very first comment says, next time teach your daughter how to be a respectable adult. She ran out. She knew what she was doing. 12,000 likes. Don't blame the stylist at all. 11,000 likes. If she had the money, why did she run out? It's not adding up. 6,000 likes. Stop stealing from people. 7,000 likes. Somebody says dragging her was wild and over the top. Now you have an assault charge for 150. Definitely not worth it. So, of course, you had some people who are also going against the stylist. But this only has 500 likes compared to, 12,000, 11,000 likes. So when the story went viral, that's how I took it. As this was a theft of services. This was wrong. And to me, they're not that far apart in age. One is 18. One is 15. They're both teenagers, right? And at 18, you're very, very immature. So yesterday, somebody sent a super chat saying that the brother had tried to send a payment on the girl's behalf, and this was more of a misunderstanding. So I wanted to look further into the story because, like I said, I only knew about the story 4 days ago. And even back then, she wasn't even charged with anything. She just got charged in the latest news story with second-degree assault. So now, if you guys don't know, the Shade Room, Justin Carter, did an interview with her yesterday with the stylist to get her side of the story, and they also spoke to the victim's sister as well. So we're going to go ahead and watch this, and I'm going to react to this situation because, like I said, now that there's more information coming out, I want to give it a more fair assessment.
The money was sent to the wrong Cash App.
I never thought she was about to run off.
The girl allegedly ran, so Jayla dragged her from the window to the wall.
Like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
A story millions of you have been talking about on the Shade Room, and y'all are divided about this.
That's not how you treat people. You made the mistake, so fix your mistake.
And now a Shade Room exclusive. Not only has she been charged with assault, but the Shade Room got the receipts. This is not the first time she's been caught on camera getting scrappy with a customer.
Like, this is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Jayla Cunningham has been doing hair in the DMV area since she was 14 years old. She's 18 now. She says she spent about 4 hours doing this ponytail swoop style on her 15-year-old client, a style that she said she'd never done before. We're blurring out the client's face because she's a minor, but when she did get it done and it was time to get that $150 payment, things got bad, really bad. The client could not pay because her brother sent the money to the wrong Cash App. Things went from 0 to 100 from there.
So he sent the screenshot, and I'm like, that's not me.
There was a serious problem brewing. Stylist Jayla Cunningham said that she gave her client some grace at first and gave her time to figure out how to scrape up the $150 she owed.
I already had 25,000 followers before this, 70 on TikTok, and like, everybody know my name is Jayla. I'm like, that's not me. So she like, oh.
She says the young lady was on the phone with several people trying to get the money sent. No luck.
After her calling a couple times, she was like, I don't have it. That's all I had, and nobody can send it. Can my mother send it in 2 weeks when she get paid? I said, girl, I'm not trying to be petty, but no, like, that's entirely too long, because like 2 weeks, it'll be time for a new.
Okay, so we got this 15-year-old girl. One, I think, 15 is old enough to go to the shop by yourself, but it doesn't make sense that the parents, the mother, the father, grandmother, nobody has an additional $150. If it was sent to the wrong person, somebody should have been able to come up with the money, you know what I'm saying, to pay this stylist and then figure out, you know, whatever avenues they needed to figure out to get the $150 back from the wrong Cash App. But to ask somebody to wait for 2 weeks, that's a bit much. I'm not going to wait for 2 weeks. I wouldn't even wait 24 hours.
A new hairstyle, your mother would be ready to pay for a whole nother hairstyle. Like, in 2 weeks, that's just too long, honestly. So I'm like, no, somebody else got to send the payment. And she's like, well, I don't know what we about to do. And I said, well, the only other thing I can offer is to take out your hair. Like, I'll give you a wash and blow dry, but like, if I can't get the payment, you can't have the service because that was on y'all end and not mine. She like, I do understand that, but I don't want my hair taken out. I like my hair. So I'm just about to get somebody to send it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Then she walked away.
She said she was about to call somebody. She walked out of my eyesight. And I'm like, girl, you got to stay right here. And then I didn't hear a response. So I got up and like peeked my head around the corner and she wasn't in the salon anymore at all. And then I peeked at the steps. She was halfway up the steps. And mind you, it's nothing up the steps but the exit door. Like, it's nowhere else to go but to leave. So she almost up the steps and then I started going up the steps. And right when she pushed her hand on the door, she broke running. Like, fast running.
And that's where this video picks up. A video over 70 million people on X have been talking about.
Sit right here until somebody says it. I'm not playing. You just tried to run. You lucky I beat
I did grab her by her hood and I brought her back in the shop. And let me clarify this too, how she even got on the ground. It is steps, how I said it's steps. So like we was both coming down and then something happened with our legs and we both fell on the ground. It's just, I got up.
The client stayed planted on the floor for a few seconds while one of Cunningham's other clients checks to see what's going on.
Now I'm like, what the because the whole time I thought I was about to get my payment. I honestly feel like whoever she was on the phone with told her to run out. Boom, that was like 20 minutes. Still no payment. I said again, I'm like, girl, let me take your hair out. Like, because I like at this point, I know I'm not about to get paid now. I'm like, just let me take your hair out. Let me take your hair out. She's like, no, I like my hair. You're not taking my hair out.
She then speaks to one of her family members on speakerphone.
She don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me. What the fuck? No, bitch. Your whole face is going to be on this.
Yeah, she gonna find out when I get there.
I don't get no. I ain't finding out shit. Bro, I'm gonna call my uncle right now. Your ass get left here. Oh, that.
Then I heard like a banging at the door.
It was the police. But before she answered the door,
I told my other client, I'm like, go in my suite in my top drawer and get the scissors. I started walking towards her and she's like, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. I'm like, I'm not trying to put my hands on you. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm getting this damn hair out. When I say I cut it as best as I could. Because like she was moving, like she didn't stand and let me cut her hair. Like she didn't want her hair taken out at all. So she was moving.
She says she never once threw a punch, but once she cut the girl's hair, she let her go and proceeded to answer the officer who was waiting outside.
But I feel like in that moment, like I let the best get to me. But I do feel like I could have went about that way differently. But the only way it would have went differently if I just would have let her, just leave without paying me. And in that moment, I'm like, no, I need my money.
The girl's family shows up a short time later and inform her that this was only a 15-year-old girl.
I never knew her age the whole time. And because I was seeing people say, like, I was picking on her because her age. I only did that because her age, because she was smaller than me. First of all, she was actually bigger than me, even though I am older. And the father, like, he was, like, pulling out a gun and stuff. He's like, I'm going to be back.
She says no one has physically come back and assaulted her, but the young girl's sister, who's 9 months pregnant, did make a post on Instagram.
And my sister's embarrassed. She got up. She wanted to talk on the phone in private. Now, am I saying my sister should have got up and walked out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. But you got to understand, she's 15. She's never been in a situation like this. What do y'all expect her to do? My sister started walking towards the steps because, she was on the phone trying to figure out how to get the money to the stylist. In the midst of that, the stylist saw her walk out and began to start following her. At this point, it started scaring my little sister, so my sister started to walk. I'm not justifying the fact that she did that. Now, if she felt like my sister was about to run off, why couldn't she just lock the door? Why did you have to drag her? If my sister really wanted to run off, don't you think an Uber would be outside waiting, or somebody would be outside waiting on her? Nobody was there. My mother called the police. The police was there before my mother got there, so.
She also says that.
Okay, so the mother's the one who caught the police. And I do like how the sister is holding her little sister accountable, saying, I'm not making excuses for her for walking off, because I think that's what threw me and a lot of people off, is if you're trying to rectify something, you're going to stand in that situation. You're going to stay there. You're not going to be trying to walk towards the door. You're not going to be trying to exit the building. So I do appreciate the fact that the sister's being honest in that moment as well. So it looks like the mom caught the police because she knew things were escalating, which makes sense.
Says that later that night, Cunningham charged the card she had on file for that security deposit.
After all of this, after she dragged my sister, after she cut my sister's hair, she still charged my mother card, y'all. So for all of that, she could have just charged the card from the giddy up.
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Have the card number on file.
Yes.
You knew that. Could you have just charged her the $150 after it was all said and done?
Yes, that's what I did. But it's like, remember I told you I cut her hair. So that's why I refunded it.
Before you cut her hair, it could have been a good idea for you to be like, don't worry about cash apping me. I'll just charge the card that's on file.
Right. But with Acuity, that's the booking site. If somebody's card is locked, it's not going to go through. And I didn't even think it was locked or nothing. I genuinely thought she didn't have it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do it right in that moment. I'm like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
What are you going to...
Now, I don't like the fact that Justin is chewing gum. I don't know what that's about, Justin. Okay, professionalism, sir. But he's right. If there was a card on file, why not try to run that first? Because, again, I'm trying to give both these girls grace because these are teenagers. To me, these are both kids, right? But if you want to play the role of a grown-up and be the, a salon owner, then you have to think a little bit smarter. You got to put on your big girl panties, okay? There's a card on file. If the little girl is sitting there saying that she doesn't have the money, they cashed after to the wrong person, then as an owner, the first thing she should have did was run that card. And if it came back blocked or empty, then cool. Then, you find other measures, but that would have made the most sense. So that wasn't initially stated in the news report, is that there was a card on file. And then the fact that she ran to go charge the card on file after she cut the girl's hair, that doesn't make any sense, because then why run it? You already cut her hair. The police have been called, so why run the card? That is shady.
You're going to be doing differently moving forward?
Relocating to like a way more secure building. I feel like everybody, you have to send an ID. The appointment have to match the ID. 18, you got to be 18 or older to come alone. And that already been the case, because the sister tried to, pull up my policy and say it take 13 plus. I start at 13 because, like with the styles I do, ponytails, quick weaves and stuff, people like that, and especially for prom and graduation season. It starts at 8th grade, but you have to be accompanied by an adult. That actually already was the case, but it's like really enforced now.
If you had known that she was under 18, would you have acted differently?
Yes. I probably would have just called the police on my end and just I don't know, get her arrested. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what I would have done, but it's I don't think I would have dragged her like that. It's like, Jayla, you're not a minor no more. Even though you was a couple months ago, you're literally not a minor no more.
She admits she reacted out of fear because 3 years ago, she says the same thing happened, but she was the 15-year-old back then, and says that an adult woman neglected to pay her. The video has since been deleted on social media, but it did go viral. You can see her chasing her down before the woman threw a punch, and then they got to boop-bopping each other.
Because mind you, in that situation, the lady hit me first. It wasn't even like I attacked her. She hit me first. So I'm just, that's the only thing my mind went.
This is a shame. Now, this is a grown woman in her 30s fighting a 15-year-old. There's a big difference between this girl who just turned 18 fighting, not even fighting, she drugged the 15-year-old. This grown woman is trying to not only steal services from a child, but you're fighting a 15-year-old. That's nasty work.
I went to when this happened again.
Despite Cunningham going about this situation much differently, it wasn't enough for her to go unscathed. The girl's family hired an attorney and filed second-degree assault charges against her.
I'm getting death threats. I'm getting so many threats, and people saying, yeah, I'm about to book an appointment with you and I'm gonna run off and see what you do to me. And it's just this is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
Jayla Cunningham, she told me that she knows she's wrong and she learned a valuable lesson that day as a business owner, even sending that client an apology. She says she also refunded that $150 to the card on file. Later that night, she did charge that card just to see if it would go through, which it did. She has been issued a summons to appear in court on April 18th on second-degree assault charges, and of course, we'll let you know what happens.
All right, so that is the video. That is the update. So thank you, Justin Carter. Mr. TSR Investigates did a good job. It definitely put more context to the situation. So I'm going to say this now that I have more of a context. Because initially I was also thinking, well, how did the video even come online? But she's a TikTok influencer. And again, I think part of this is because they're both young. She's young. She's 18, right? So she posted this online thinking that she was going to get a viral moment, get more clients, and it was going to look good. But then the girl's family came out with their own version of receipts as to what happened. And now it's making her look crazy. I think that she still needs to mature more. Like I said, I will give her grace. Y'all call men out here who are 25 and up babies. So being that she's 18, I still consider her very young. I think she has some maturing to do. And if she wants to have longevity in this business, she has to move with emotional self-control. Point blank, period. I know theft of services suck. It's messed up when you put in your hard work and somebody feels like they have the right to just run off or not pay. But if she wants to move further, she's going to have to use common sense. She's going to have to use common sense and logic first and not run on emotion. Because the fact that there was a card on file, that changes a lot of stuff for me. Okay? I could see if it was one of those, you know, well, when you get here, I perform the service and then you pay cash or you pay Cash App. But there was a card on file. She should have ran that card first and foremost to see if it was going to go through and get her payment that way. I think that would have basically resolved a lot of issues on both sides, if she would have just ran that card. Now, as far as the 15-year-old, I think she was wrong for trying to, you know, walk out. Even her sister confirmed that she was trying to, you know, get away. She wanted some privacy. Well, you're not going to get privacy when you owe me money. I'm going to be on you like water on rice. I want to hear the conversation. I want to make sure what you're saying is truthful. So I think in the situation for next time, the 15-year-old should have stayed in the salon and try to, you know, have the conversation on speakerphone. So that way the salon owner knew what was going on and knew that this was an honest mistake. I think in this situation, a lot of things were done wrong. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't enough grace given to each other. You know, especially for both of them being young, the salon owner being hot-headed, the 15-year-old, you know, not really wanting to be bothered or not seeing it as a big deal. But I think in the future, especially with minors, a lot of times parents go to the salon with their kids. And I don't know if 15 is too old, but I remember the few times I went to the salon, my mom was there, you know, so maybe next time, you know, go with your minor child to the salon just so things don't escalate like this. But again, to the salon owner, you know, she fucked around and found out. Like I said in my live stream, is it right to put hands on somebody? No. But if you're going to engage in such activity, do not be shocked if there's consequences. You know, she chose to engage. There's consequences to that. When you put hands on somebody, when you drag them, it is considered assault. So she is being charged with assault. So we're going to have to wait to see what happens when she goes to court. You know, hopefully they don't throw the book at her. I don't think that she needs to go to jail or, you know, lose her license. But I think she needs some anger management, and she also needs some business training. And this is also what happens when people are not going to beauty school anymore. People are not going to cosmetology school. People are just literally becoming kitchen beauticians. And I don't know if she's licensed or not. She might be not. But people are literally kitchen beauticians. They're not going through the proper etiquettes like you would get if you went to school. Because if you went through a school program, a certification program, one of the things that they stress is customer service, you know, getting half the payment up front. You know, so a lot of young people are just renting out these salon suites, doing, you know, businesses in their kitchen, but they're not understanding the business decorum. And a lot of that comes with age. So I just wanted to do an update on this situation, you know, now that I know that there's more to the story and the fact that, you know, the Shade Room investigated it. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. With more information being included, does this change your mind to the original story? Do you feel like the salon owner is young and she still needs time to grow and she needs to grow up and learn, you know what I'm saying, the rules and regulations, you know, move without emotion, charge the card first? And then also, how do you feel about the sister that came out and what she had to say and the receipts that she brought? You know, basically holding her sister accountable for walking out, but also saying, hey, we did try and send the money. Here go the receipts. Here go the text messages. So I look forward to reading y'all's comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. And don't forget to like the video. Feel free to share the video. And I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
Want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.